Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Ursa Ryan and today we're back on the A to Z challenge where we're playing Brazil. Brazil, masters of the rainforest, getting all sorts of juicy adjacency bonuses as well as extra appeal for the beautiful rainforest that you find on a map. Well, that wasn't exactly the challenge that my Discord had for me, specifically the channel supporters. Again, thank you for your support. They have come up with a game for me today. Now, if you know about Brazil, you will know that they have street carnivals, they have Copacabanas, and both of them allow them to work the Carnival project. This is a magnificent city project that grants you all sorts of great people points. Combined with Brazil's actual ability, Magnanimous, it gives them a generation of writers, artists, musicians, merchants, and engineers unlike anybody else in the game when they get going. But what if that's all I did? What if the Brazilians wanted to party and nothing else? What if we unlock street carnivals, Copacabanas, and then Carnival, and we don't do anything else in the game? Well, that's what we're going to be trying today. The rules are simple. I have to win the game, that much is obvious. I have to go into the civics tree, scroll over until, there we go, the street carnival. Select it, so now we are unlocking street carnivals, and then scroll all the way to the right until we get to natural history. Hold shift and click. That is our civic research for now. We are unlocking our first unique street carnival district and then the Copacabana. That's all we can research on civics. Once we've made a city, we can only use our production on a few things. If we have the Carnival project unlocked, it must be done. So as soon as we've built a district that allows us to Carnival, we must party forever. We may never stop the party. The party is glorious and eternal and beautiful. If that is unavailable, then I must build a Copacabana, if I can. If that's not available, I must build a street carnival. If that's not available, I must build a monument. And if that is not available, I must build a settler. So basically just producing culture and cities in order to get more culture. Those are the only things I may build all game. That's right, my production cannot go on anything else. Theatre squares, holy sites, builders, army, none of that. I've got to exclusively use my faith and gold to purchase those things. So this game is going to have some unique tactics. We're going to be using Rainer, who can use Contractor to buy districts with gold, a very useful ability. And we're also going to be using Moksha, who has Divine Architect. Moksha can use faith to get districts in exactly the same way. So a very unusual strategy, but one that may work well. Things like Monumentality are going to be very, very useful, but don't forget, our production is going to be entirely limited. Government plazas are a fantastic example. I can't put down foreign ministries or grandmasters' chapels or even ancestral halls. No, none of that will work because those can only be produced with production, not gold nor faith. And my people are too busy partying on the streets of Brazil to be producing anything like that. So in other districts like theatre squares, now I can use gold to produce things like amphitheatres and broadcast centres, so these are fine. But government plazas, not so good. Very, very intriguing. And even then, I can't actually build any of the districts until I have at least one of my governors unlocked down to the bottom of the tree. This is going to be a really, really odd game, but I think we can do it. And I think we're going to end up with a lot of great people, because if we're running nothing but carnivals, I mean, that's going to be insane. If you want to join along with this game, come and get the save file as well as the mod list from my Discord. I keep everything there for you to peruse in your own time, but if you are intrigued into what's going on, it is an 8-player map with 16 city-states. The settings and seed information is here. The script is a very particular map. We are playing on an arboreal map from the alternate cartography mod. Thanks again, Nunge, for such an amazing mapped script mod. It's brilliant. It's wonderful. This is a map full of forests and rainforests. I'm also playing with UC Forest Districts, which is a wonderful mod which doesn't remove forests and rainforests from a district if you put it down. It's really worth doing if you're playing Brazil. It makes them a lot more fun. So it's a very, very well suited map to me, but the drawbacks to how we're playing this game are abrupt and quite penalizing, so we'll see if we can do well. Oh, and did I mention, one of the 8 players on the map is Vietnam. They're going to be doing very well on this map, just as a warning. Now, in terms of starting location, freshwater is a little bit of a problem around the sea where I am, but there is a river and there's a volcano with some chocolate on it. So you can't tempt me with a chocolate start and not expect me to go for it. I'm going to settle right on top of that thing. It's a plains hill, which gives me 1 more production, and it's chocolate, which gives me 3 gold. It's a wonderful thing. You've got to settle on top of it. I'm going to send my warrior in the other direction. Ah, yes. Settling underneath a volcano. What could go wrong? It's inert. It's never going to go off. It's fine. It's fine. All mountains smoke just a little. Of course they do. It's fine. So remember the rules. It must be a monument and then a settler if I can't build my unique district or a carnival. Getting culture to unlock them faster, getting settlers to build more monuments. It's the only thing I can do. And we've already locked in things like games and recreation and natural history. It's going to lead to some unique choices this game, as you can see. I'm not going to pick up theology for a long time, or mercenaries, or tier 2 governments. We're going to be waiting a long time. Luckily I will pick up art museums, but I'm going to have to get a lot of culture to boost through there, so yeah, this is going to be a tricky start. Research will be very important. There's no point rushing holy sites, because I can't build them until I've got 4 governors, and that's going to be a long time before we can do those. So we'll do something more helpful. I believe unlocking animal husbandry is always good so I can see where those horses are. I don't think I mentioned at the start, but this is a Deity game. It's standard speed, barbarian clans, heroes and legends and secret societies modes all turned on. I wanted to play with monopolies and corporations, but this is likely to be a culture victory, and you can't have that mode turned on because the game can't handle it. Yay for game-breaking bugs that clearly should have been patched by now, but what are you gonna do? What's in the goodie hut, eh? What's in the goodie hut? Void Singers and a governor title. Void Singers are going to be very handy for us because I want the old god obelisks. However, now that I have them unlocked, I don't have to rush on them immediately. Instead, what I need to do is think about whether or not gold or faith is more important for me and the start of this game. Both are the only resources I can use to put my districts down, and I believe gold is going to be very helpful for me because it means that I can buy buildings like amphitheatres, such an amazing thing, granaries, monuments, all will go up with gold. I think that faith is going to be a less used resource outside of monumentality. I think I might go Moksha to start with, but what I will do is pick up Armani first. Now I know that that isn't one of the two, but Armani is fantastic at getting era score, and she's fantastic at using to befriend city-states and explore the map a little bit further. In fact, as if on schedule, there's Geneva. We'll reassign to Geneva quickly. This is the Armani strat and why she is so powerful. And we actually did get the first envoy there. That's wonderful. We'll go to 3 as soon as we unlock Armani's 5-turn cooldown, and we'll discover the map around Geneva. I've found the twins. Interesting. Luckily, the monument is going to be fantastic at that one. Vesuvius is above me by Anansai. Vesuvius over to the left, and Anshan is below me. Anshan gives me science from great works of writing. Going to be very handy. Oh, I should point out, I am going to treat myself to actually getting heroes. That's the one exception that I'm going to make, because it's just fun, and I'm going to do it. I'm hoping for either Himiko or Hercules. Hercules is going to be a great way of putting districts down. He doesn't have many charges, but the ones he does will boost me through the early game very nicely indeed. I've discovered animal husbandry, and there are some horses just below me. Interesting. Let's go for mining and then pottery. Above me is a city-state that gives me 2% culture for every great person I've ever earned. Trust me, that is going to be good for Brazil. We want that, and we want that fast. Sun Wukong was in Geneva, so we have discovered there is fire above. Fire is going to be a very difficult thing to deal with on this map. It's going to be horrifying, but we should hopefully our cities won't burn to the ground. If you haven't seen the previous TSL game I played as Brazil, you should go and have a look at it because my entire empire burnt down so many times. There was so many population losses, it was frightening, and I hated it. It was awful. Now don't forget, I can't build scouts unless I buy them, and buying them seems like a little bit of a waste of gold, although I might treat myself to them. I'm going to now send my Armani to Anshan to go and discover what's going on down to the south of me, a very useful thing. Well, already we've come across a little bit of a problem. I've built my monument, but I can't build a settler because I'm not on 2 population. That's very sad. I think I'm going to have to force myself to get a hero. I was looking for either Himiko or Hercules. Neither of them have appeared right now. I will settle on Anansai. The brilliant thing about them is that they can remove resources from the map. The huge culture and science boosts. That will unlock my unique projects quicker, which is almost a bad thing for me, but I will do it for the sake of enjoying this challenge well. I will just embrace the chaos. As per usual, God King comes out and Discipline is going to back that up as well. We found a Polynesian demigod. Brilliant. They were hiding in Anshan, and it looks like space-wise not so much below me. Interesting. Okay, well, what does the culture city-state want? Train a heavy chariot. Feels like a lot of work. Have you seen how much chocolate is around Vesuvius? A very tempting target indeed. Well, rule 2. Get a settler. It's my next thing. It's what I should be building. I believe the best thing to do is to save up for a builder, and then I can pick up the irrigation boost, the pasture boost, and then the 3 tile boost from craftsmanship. But don't forget, I've already clicked on games and recreation. I can't change the order that I'm teching up here. Getting that boost is going to be tricky. Nigh on impossible. Somebody else is moving Armani into Geneva, so there is somebody else in this direction. Intriguing. Who's this city-state? Chinguetti. Lovely. Trade route Faith. Faith is going to be an important resource for me to hoard as best I can, so we need to keep an eye out for that. Here is the first boost. 60 science, 50 culture. Nice. Craftsmanship. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to optimize that one, but it's okay. There's only so many things you can do when you're playing such a ridiculous game. State workforce is a very good example of something that I'm not going to be able to do. I just got rid of the resource from Geneva. I think that's probably fine. So already I've managed to burn Anansai alive on a forest fire. Come on, Ursa. Don't do that. That's a terrible thing to do. The boosted irrigation, and now I have a second source of chocolate. Isn't that exciting? Hippolyta, and somebody's here. What borders are those? It's a yellowy purpley thing. That could be someone like Rome, but I'm not sure. Wheel boosted. State workforce boosted. I still haven't got God King, which is the crazy thing, but I do now have another governor, so I will just treat myself to Void Singers. This gives me an old god obelisk. Perfect. 5 faith per turn now, and means that I can get rid of God King. Let's instead give ourselves urban planning. I like that. I like that a lot. Another plantation, some more gold coming in. Beautiful. Where's my settler going? I'm sending my settler to the north. I believe if I go and settle near Vesuvius, that would give me a lovely boost, a huge boost to my era score. I'd love it if I can get monumentality right off the bat. And I believe I can, as long as I go for very high era score things. However, there are barbarians everywhere, which is a little bit of a problem. I'm going to just hire a warrior quickly to go and escort my settler. It was Vietnam. It was their alternative colours. That's right. The yellow and purple. I like Vietnam's colours. They're awesome. I did change them over so that they didn't clash with the green of Brazil. I mean, I did that deliberately and I still managed to forget. It's typical Ursa, that. Never mind. Use a pantheon, you say? Well, I shall. What should we do? What should we do? Now, the hopes of me getting faith on my holy sites from adjacent rainforest was never going to be a good option for me because the AI gets faith like anything. Vietnam, for instance, already has 234. I do have plantations, and I'm likely to get lots of plantations, so I believe Goddess of Festivals could be a good shout. +1 culture gives me another 2 in my capital alone already. City Patron Goddess would let me get my unique district down really quickly for later into the game. I like that as an option, that's not bad. There's no breathtaking pantheon left, unfortunately, so I believe that's probably up there with the best options for me. Now, there are occasional marsh tiles, and there's going to be quite a few farms as well. But I think plantations on this map has got to be the obvious choice. So, there we go, Goddess of the Festivals, in it goes. And already we're up to 5.5 culture just in my capital alone. Just going to send Vietnam a delegation so that we don't have to go to war with them in the middle of a huge rainforest map, which sounds awful. And there we go. They will give me a bunch of gold. I'm going to take it up front because very soon I'm going to be only able to get settlers with raw gold. So I need to wait, basically, get it as quickly as I can. Mexico City. Ooh, Brazil's favorite neighbor. Mexico City makes my unique districts reach 3 tiles further on the zoos and aquariums and stadiums and water park, or whatever gives you radius effects. Makes them better. I believe this will unlock games and recreation. It does. I had to do it because I wanted to rush it as quickly as possible. I know that it wasn't optimized, but there it is. Now that we've unlocked the Street Carnival, we must build it. And when we build it, we're going to just be carnivaling all day and all night. In fact, thinking about it, I want to be able to get some good little arrangements so that I can get some massive theatre square adjacencies going forward. However, there are a lot of strategics and luxuries on this map, and it's making me very, very scared with how little adjacency we're going to be able to get here. That's not so good. Ah well, what are you going to do? I believe settling to the north is going to be good, and there are some gems I can settle on. That's going to be a wonderful thing, unless I were to keep pushing to Vesuvius, which I'm very tempted to do. Very tempted to do that. I might just do that. We'll see which way the wind blows on that. But there's no point rushing wonders. I should point that out as well. My cities are not going to be able to do anything like that. I will be able to use great engineers to get wonders, so that is a thing, but rushing them otherwise is unlikely to be very helpful. I believe the best place for my carnival is going to be this tile there. I think that's a good one for me. I've actually got some Colosseum space. If for some random reason I'm able to rush it, that is an option for me. Not going to be the best, but it's something. I'm going to be getting these projects done as soon as possible. Number 2 has been founded, again on another luxury for myself. I can sell my gems for more gold, which I'm very tempted to do and have done, so that I can actually get a settler going. 440. I'm going to be able to buy that in a few turns only. First and only thing it can do is, of course, build the Street Carnival. So there it goes. Enjoy, city, enjoy. Currency and early empire have just been boosted as well, which is lovely. Urban planning still doing a lot for me. It's all I can do. Production on my city projects and discipline helps me just not to die from barbarian attack. I'm hoping. They're pillaging my things, and unfortunately I can't produce army apart from buying them at barbarian clans, so there's a little bit of a problem there, but it's okay. Who's this? Who is that? Scythia. Oh my goodness, the last few games I've started next to Scythia and they have all been terrifying. As mentioned before, I believe Faith is going to be the more useful resource to get my government or my districts with. So Moksha, in you come, and I'm going to stick you into my capital for now, but it doesn't really matter particularly. There's my next settler, by the way. So City 3 can be produced now. The Street Carnival was no accident. People dressed up in funny costumes and had bright lights with massive floats deliberately. An understatement, that one, but I like it. Oh my goodness, the yields around here already. The forest fires have been savage. We need to go and settle up into that area as quickly as we can. Now that Street Carnival has been unlocked in my capital, we click on Carnival and then we leave the city and we never return to it. That is all it can do now for the rest of the game. Somebody's getting 9 profit points per turn. Wow. That's going to be mad. The Carnival projects give us writers, artists, musicians, as well as merchants and engineers. So we're looking forward to having Marcus, and it looks like Imhotep is right up there with the first that we're going to receive, which is lovely. We've met the Mayans. Okay, fantastic. They're to my right. They're a little bit far away. They have got decent science, but again, Vietnam is the one absolutely rocketing into the distance right now, so they're doing pretty good. They are not going to be friends with me, but we have just guaranteed ourselves a golden age. That's lovely. Have you seen how many city-states want a heavy chariot? Now that's intriguing. Okay, we need to think about that. I want to convert as many city-states to my side, and having culture city-states later into the game is going to be great, but building a heavy chariot is cheap. I believe I've already unlocked it as well. 260 gold. I can do that next turn. Let's do it. Heavy chariot, 260 gold. It's a good use of gold, really, and I can go this sploosh. 4 separate city-states just gave me an envoy. Mohenjo-Daro, Geneva, this one, and Mexico City. Third city is down, by the way, which is wonderful because it can access some of these burnt tiles. Delightful. Are you going to do anything useful with them? No, it's going to build a street carnival, but that is how we like it. Usefully, I can buy an archer from a barb clan. Nice. I've got a bit of a barb problem going on here, and having an archer helps me to just stay a little bit safer than I otherwise would be. Professional sports has already been boosted. What a wonderful style of play we've got going here. There's Carnival. Should we see what sort of haul we get from our first Carnival? Apart from an epic, which is really handy. That gives us a bit of culture and a bit of faith and a bit of tourism, so that's lovely. Let's see what haul we got from our first Carnival. We received 9 points. We got 9 writer points, 9 artist points, 9 musician points, 9 merchant points, and 9 engineer points. We're going to have to do a lot of Carnival projects to make that worth it. Wow, that was underwhelming. It is only the start of the game, and it's all based on how many techs I've unlocked, and how many civics I've unlocked. There's a complicated little arrangement of how it works. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine, but we're going to have to do a lot of those projects to make it worth it. Oh, the fire's back. Unfortunately, that's not good for my cities. I believe they're all going to die. Every single person in this city, never mind. Luckily, we're finally unlocking better governments. Joe, what did I get in that tribal village? Military tradition. I guess that's a thing. It's not a very useful thing, but it is a thing. Golden Age. I believe the best thing that we can do is to go for monumentality so that I can use my faith to get settlers. I could have got a religion, but I believe getting a religion in this game with the parameters we've got is going to be more hassle than it's worth. Oh no, look at the poor foxes. Everything's on fire around them. This one's just chilling though. This one's sleeping through it. It's like, wake me up when this fire is gone and I can just move on with my life. Luckily for me, it looks like there's a lot of people going for great writers this game. I say luckily, I don't mean that at all. I was so hoping that we would be basically just us and that we would be happy and be able to do that in our own time, but alas, the AI is like, oh, you want to go for a great writer build, do you? Welcome. Welcome to my game where I'm just going to be buying this endlessly. And you're like, okay, yay. This old god obelisk is a good pickup because it produces more faith so I can get more settlers. Political philosophy means we can go classical republic so that my cities are even more plump and happy. Urban planning, again, that's all my cities can do is basically just produce things. But we're going to go for great writer points so I can get as many of those as I can. And I will go God King because unbelievably, God King gives me more faith, which is good for settlers. Like, this is how desperate I am for faith. I am in need of faith. There's Carnival, by the way. Actually, this city is going to be brilliant at producing those Carnival projects. So that's lovely. Amani is going to go on her tour, by the way. I want to discover as many of these city-states as I can, as many as the era score that I can pick up, even though Geneva's really good. It's not worth keeping her there. Old God Obelisk. In this city, a bit more faith, and next turn I can afford my first settler. Look at these yields up here. I think I'm going to have to settle into this area. Carnival project, let's see if it's got any better this time. A little better. It's a little better. Oh, 12 points on writers. Of course, because I've got the Great Writer card in. That would be why. Destroy the outpost, get some era score, and the knowledge of stirrups, as well as what vampires are. That's a very confusing barb encampment that I've just found there. Oh my goodness, look at the yields up here. Oh, my settler's going towards Vesuvius because I really want to settle near Vesuvius to get the era score and to stop Scythia from coming through. But yeah, that northern area is right up there on my list of priorities to go towards. Her ears must have been burning. There is Scythia. I have 2 era score, and Himiko is now an option. All this new city can do is build a street carnival. My cities are going to be ecstatic and not really be able to do anything else but be ecstatic. It's very confusing. How many governor slots are we actually going to pick up? We're going to get 1 more title there, 2 more titles, 3, 4. Okay, so we will have enough just to get Moksha up and running. Cool. But we need more faith. Old God Obelisk, in you get. Oh, my unit was burnt in another fire. Yeah, it's scary up there. It's very scary up there, but these yields are just crazy. At some point, I'm going to have to make a fire break and actually stop these things from burning into my empire. But for now, kind of funny watching it run round. I'm enjoying it. Another carnival. Come on, there we go. I was going to say we should get a great person soon. The first great writer. Lovely. In your pop. And we've got loads of space for the great works of writing. Moksha, you need to upgrade yourself. Get laying on of hands because it's totally useless. All we're doing is getting down to divine architect. Am I regretting not going for Rainer first? A little bit. A little bit. But we're not going to admit that ever. The Cree. 81 science per turn on turn 62. Hello, that's filthy. That is absolutely filthy. Mexico City bows to my nation. Lovely stuff. Exactly what we want to see. The world bowing to me. Yes. Putting my builder here going to be safe? This is the question. Everything's on fire up here, and I believe it's never going to stop being on fire. How do I feel about heroes? Again, I was going to make an exception to be able to put heroes down, and I think I'm actually going to follow that up. I'm just going to treat myself to Hercules in this city. I think it's a good thing to do. It makes the game more fun, I think, personally. Himiko, you get popped there. Oh, Hercules or Himiko? Who do I want first? I think I probably want Hercules first, actually. So let's move you over. It's unlikely that we're going to get both of them, but you never know. It's worth a try. Putting a nice little trade route down so that my settlers can move a little further. I've just picked up another one in this city. Oh, everything's on fire again. And the fire's spreading here now as well. Run back home. Don't die. Everyone's dying repeatedly. Yeah, we need a fire break. We knew we needed a fire break, but this is kind of just proof of the fact that we need a fire break. I mean, saying that though, the yields are just insane. So good. Next project done. I get a great writer and a great merchant. This merchant lets me steal tiles, which is a wonderful thing, and get me some more gold whilst I'm doing it. So we're going to have a look at doing that. I've got 2 settlers on the way over to settle around Mount Vesuvius, which is lovely. Byzantium, somebody who wants to challenge me on unique entertainment, eh? I don't think you're going to be able to do that. I'm going to entertainment over you. Oh, hello. Literally, I was just about to go and settle near Vesuvius, and that's now erupting. That's got to be a good thing, right? That's a good sign. Anyway, let's be friends. I want to be friends with everyone. I'm Brazil. I'm lovely. I'm never an evil, manipulative, war-hungry person in Civ. Never. Brazil is always so well behaved. Oh, so Scythia is moving a unit through as well. They want to settle in this area. Hopefully, yeah, sometimes just putting a unit there can give them pause for thought. Annoyingly, this city-state's warrior is in the way, and I need to move this tile very quickly. I want to go and steal it, so can you please just shift? We've almost got Divine Architect. It's almost there. Oh, Vietnam, what have you done? What have you done? Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, fine. Well, we may not be able to settle any city in that direction. Vesuvius may be off limits, and the Hellfire North, the eternal burning, just desolate wasteland may be my only option here. Hercules is up and running, by the way. So, what do I pop down? What are the best things for me to get? Just putting the theatre squares down might be the best thing for me to do here, but other districts are available. Just trying to think, what would be good? What would be good? Commercial hubs mean more gold, theatre squares mean more culture. Obviously, holy sites would be good in order to put down more faith, but I think we're going to, old god obelisks should be able to do that for me for now. I think, yeah, the theatre squares have got to be the option for me here, so we'll pop this down. Now, I can't build it, but what I can do is just make sure that Hercules is there to rush it next turn. There you go. Not a single point of production was put into that theatre square. Hercules just rushes it for 3 era score and some more spaces for my great writers. It's a brilliant thing. Lovely. Brilliant. I'm actually going to move Moksha to my new city just so that I can use him instead of a Hercules charge. What I've managed to do is just about crowd out this Scythian settler using my great merchant and my heavy chariot. They're not able to get closer to where they wanted to settle, so I think I'm delaying them. It's whether or not they compromise and settle just on right next to their own cities there. We'll see if they do it. Nope, they're backing off. Good. That means that we win. We win. Era score for Vesuvius. And now what we do is we just snap up using this merchant all of the tasty tiles that have luxuries on them, just to make sure that we claim them. Oh, that and an old god obelisk and a builder. That would be cool in this city as well. There's a couple of galleys to get myself some era score. I had a bit of, actually no, just the one. I had some spare gold. I think it's worth it. Just managed to take 60 diplomatic favor from both Vietnam and Scythia by settling there. I promised I wouldn't settle near them in future, but I mean, maybe this city will count? I don't know. Depends on how lucky I get. There's another great writer, by the way. We have a few of those. I've already got, this is my 5th and 6th great writing pieces, so this is good. The one thing I am allowing myself is just repairing things. That's fine, I think. Although actually technically repairing a district, like I have to repair the street carnival. I mean, do I have to repair the theatre square? I guess I have to, because then it wouldn't do anything. Oh, yeah, the map is it's too flamey. It's too flamey. There are flames everywhere. It's horrifying. It's atrocious. I mean, everything's on fire. I can't even get my settlers to the north of the map because they physically can't settle. It's just terrible. Another city over to my eastern side. Some amazing, amazing lands over here. Yeah, I mean, look at these yields. Insane. I've almost had a little bit of a routine start now. You found a city, you praise its beauty, and you immediately buy an old god obelisk. Getting that extra faith in is so lovely. I am thinking though that I'm going to start cutting a couple of fire breaks into the surrounding area. The yields around my cities are now massive. I think it's more important that we actually try and keep things alive, like the population of these northern cities. If I cut a couple of fire breaks by removing the woods, I think that should be good. These all appear to be wood rainforest fires. Sorry, this is the point I'm trying to make. Wood fires. Rainforests and woods do not spread fire to each other. And you can see there's a couple of rainforests, but this is mostly wood. So if I cut a line, I think that'll stop spreading. So to do that, let's just quickly pull in a couple of builders, although we are just about to get to serfdom. Is it worth waiting for serfdom to kick through? What policies have I got? God King, yeah. I'm going to wait a couple turns and do it then. I've also got another lovely merchant. No place to pop them yet, no commercial hub, but we'll get one of those soon. Ooh, that's always an intriguing proposition. We like Sinbad. We like Sinbad a lot. For the first time in a long time, this city is finally up to a decent amount of population. So I can put these theatre squares down now. Hang on, Himiko was going to get finished, so we'll just do this and pop. There is the district. Lovely. Hercules is now pooped. He's ready for bed. He's done. Done with the day. Another great person. There's Imhotep. Okie dokie. So we are waiting now on Moksha. I would love Moksha to be able to put the mausoleum down. Reason being is that mausoleum lets me build more wonders, which is always a wonderful thing. Oh, Theodore's next as well. Yeah, we've got to manage this. I believe I just need the one governor to finish Moksha off. Yes, Divine Architect is only one away. When are we next getting one of these on our little automated trip? Next Civic. Oh, actually, that's really good. Okay, so Moksha will be delivering the goods very soon. I've got to build up a little faith to allow that to happen, but Himiko will help with that. So Anshan gives me more science from my great works of writing, so I'm going to send Himiko down south to start with. Hang on, right, you come out of there quickly, lovely, and then sploosh, down you go. That's wonderful. Carnivals are now being prepared in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my cities. We've got 6 and 7 working, and I've just found a break in these horrendous forest fires to allow another settler up to the north. I've got one actually following up in this direction as well, so I'm hoping we can go and actually settle up here before the fires come back down. He says with like 0 confidence. Oh dear. Finally having a religion spread to me, Eastern Orthodoxy, which is choral music. Unfortunately, it's not Feed the World. Scythia actually has Feed the World as a religion, so I'm hoping they do push that towards me. That would be very handy to have that religion. Check out this city though, it's amazing. Kasploosh, Belem. No. Again, we just need to kind of keep an eye on where we're going to put these cities and where things are going to be. We can go for city centre there, which means we can do a nice... I think this is possibly a candidate for a triangle setup like we were having over in this direction. So we've got the city centre. Apparently that's not going to work, but I think it's because I accidentally put another sort of pin down. It'll sort itself out in a second. We'll have another city up to the north. Okay, good. We've just unlocked better builder charges as well, so serfdom goes in. Literary tradition is now giving us nothing. I have to really think about this one. Retainers, don't need more amenities. Okay, literary tradition is going to be the one I want. That's really odd, that. Now we can go for the old god obelisk, and now I can go for a Le Builder, and followed up with another Le Builder. This is with the South American resources mod on, which is really cool. It's capybaras. Yay! A cool luxury. I actually don't need it. I could sell it for 17 gold per ton. Oh, my cities are actually very happy. Understandably, they're all carnivaling all the time, so I don't need all these amenities. I could just sell everything. 32 gold per ton. I need the gold. I'd rather have the gold, being honest. Some gems as well. Lovely. Yeah, we're constantly ecstatic. Everything's good. We're loving life. Anshan. Okay, that's 10 science per turn at the moment, but we'll get more in a second. The thing I'm a little bit confused about is I only seem to have 5 great works of writing. I definitely should have 6. Look, if I go for writers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What happened to the other one? What did I do to it? I'm pretty sure I didn't sell it. almost entirely sure I didn't sell it to anybody, but I have no idea where it's gone. Did it burn in a forest fire? Is that a thing? Pretty sure it's not a thing. That's weird. That's really, really, really weird. Oh, hang on, look at this. Carnival, 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 Carnival. 4 are going to finish all in one turn. Let's just let that go through. It may not be all 4 once the production cost sort of moves with apprenticeship, so we're just going to hold off getting too excited for now. Look, yeah, there we go. That one didn't quite go through, but 3 of them went through in one turn. 36 engineer points, merchant points, writers, artists. Oh yes, we have a lot of stuff now. It's lovely. But a watermill in the capital just to boost construction. I really want lumber mills, and I would like them as fast as possible. Now, Anshan is going to... I'm just going to pump a few more envoys in. Then I'm going to go pick up this culture city-state. This is my challenge. I like all of the great people. When you've got the box on the form that says, have you ever earned a great person? It just says, yes. And which one? And you just write again, yes. Dedication time, Golden Age, and I believe we're going to go for monumentality again. I like it. I like that. Just having more builders and they move faster is such a lovely little addition. World Congress time. I like the idea of getting duplicates of something that I have a lot of. So let's go for chocolate and religion. Which one was it? I think it was Confucianism would feed the world, so I'll vote on that one. Let's see what goes through. Duplicates do grant amenities. It actually went through, so we got 1 point there, and it means now that all of our chocolate that we've got is going to start giving us all the money, all the immunities, oh, just everything. And look, in fact, I'm literally just about to improve that one. It could not have been timed better. I'm making some fire breaks. This is absolutely the thing to do here, and just rushing carnivals accidentally whilst I do it, which means I have artists. Wow, I love doing that by accident. I've got my first great artist on turn 89. Like I'm playing Russia. Another 2 people. We've got another merchant and another engineer. Okay, the thing I love about Brazil is getting that 20% extra profit points, so they recycle after you've gained someone. It just puts you immediately on course to get the next one. Like, if we look at all the great people earned, look, this is when I start to Carnival. It goes from me getting no great people to all of them. Ah, Brazil. I've got another city carnivaling. I've got 8 carnivaling, and the best or the worst one is only a 5-turn carnival. That's the crazy thing. This is insane. Now that I've got guilds, let's get rid of literary tradition briefly so that I can pick up wonders. Corvée. That's a nice card for me. Craftsman's not going to give me anything right now. That's all good. Now what I will do is give my governor. I could get chorus, which I really want, but I'll get that in a second. Let's instead get divine architect on Moksha so that I can go to my 4 population city and literally pray into existence. God, that's cheap. 190 faith. I'll pray a harbour into existence. Look at that. That is amazing stuff. And then I will get the mausoleum going. I can't work it until I get a great person to rush it, but luckily for me, Imhotep is right there and ready to go. Already on to Chaucer. Medieval era. Yeah, actually, look, we're getting the great writers exactly when they should be. Rumi. Ooh, Ruby's good. Who's this unmet player and why do they keep getting writer points? Another merchant and another engineer. This time it's James of St. George. He's really good. He puts walls down in a city, and walls give you more tourism later in the game. There we go, engineering. I was waiting on that one to boost. Moksha is now working his way into this high population city. Let's just give it a granary to let it keep growing. Once it gets to 7 pop, I'll be able to put 2 districts down, which is quite entertaining. Mausoleum is at 0, which means if I put Imhotep in with the Corvée card, I should automatically build it without putting any production into the mausoleum. This will make it a very good naval city. Science, faith, culture, all good things if my rainforest and forest tiles weren't giving me 7 million yields each. But what it does do is give me another engineer charge on every single great engineer, which is pretty much all of them. So that is lovely. Now I believe Hanging Gardens can have exactly the same thing done. I'm just going to pop it in this city because that is next to a theatre square. We plonk it down. It only has 180 production to do, so Isildur can instantly rush it again. All heroes will stay alive for longer, which is good, and it increases growth by 15% in all of my cities. If I had crazy yields in my cities, it would make it even better. Oh wait, I do. Excellent. Plus Hanging Gardens is always one of the prettier wonders. It's really cool. I like the Great Bath as well. That's got to be up there. is roomy, but also bark. And the good thing about having old god obelisks is that I can put great works of music in them as well. And Vietnam is going to give me their city that they founded on my borders as well. So it's all going up. It's all going Ursa at the moment. It's lovely. Just picked up this culture city-state. Now, I believe I've got quite a bit of culture in my locker already. That's giving me... oh, it's already up to the 30% bonus. So 128 culture by turn 93. This is quite the game. The enchanted burning forest stretches all the way up to the north. This is so much land to put cities down on. I'm so happy. So happy. Oh man, this is going to be amazing. Quick though, Colosseum needs to be popped down because I don't think I have enough amenities. It's quite clear. Bam, Colosseum has been built. These are all tourism boosting wonders, by the way. That's kind of the main reason I'm building them. If it's 400 production, I'm getting Imhotep to build them. If it's anything less than 400 production, I'm getting Isildur to do it. So for instance, the Great Bath I got Isildur to do because he can rush it in one go. I don't think there are many wonders under that sort of level of production, but the Great Lighthouse is one. I can go and get Isildur to rush the Great Lighthouse, I believe. Oh, actually saying that, he's got 215 production. I don't want my cities to put any production at all into these things. Is it worth it? Is the Great Lighthouse worth it? Or should I wait to actually do Kilwa? How much production is Kilwa? I'd need all the charges on that one. Okay, let me have a think. I don't think I've got any desert that I've been able to find just yet. We'll keep an eye out for that as well. Look at this. The Great Firewall of Brazil. I've chopped down all the forest in a perfect line, so if there is any more of these horrible forest fires, we should be able to stop them getting through to my land. I hope. Let's see. I need the population to stay. The yields are good enough. They're good enough. Oh my goodness, look how many of these in one go. That's incredible. Okay, so we've got Bisheng, which lets me put down more districts. We've got Marco Polo, which again makes my traders better. We have another great writer, and we have another great artist. Oh my lord. How far are we now off humanism? 2 turns. Okay, art museums are suddenly a big priority because I have so much artwork to put down. Let's get Chorus. This turns my 50 faith per turn into 10 science, 10 culture, and 10 gold. It's not a huge deal, but it does help and gets me closer to Canticles, which lets me loyalty bomb people in exchange for relics, which is just an amazing deal all round. It doesn't matter how you look at it. I'm going to pick up a cultural alliance with the Cree because this unlocks a huge amount of the map for me. Look at this. Indonesia we've been met, and the Incans. I reckon it's probably the Incans that have been producing the writers. They normally are ones to do that. Yes, it has been them. Okay. What did we discover? Where are the Cree? The Cree are here. They only have 4 cities. Wow, they're pressed in a little bit. You haven't put your religion down as well. Odd. Incans seem to have found a good mountain range. Good for them. All to the right of the Mayans. Interesting. And Indonesia's down in the frozen south. Really cool map, this one. Imhotep is quickly going to burn through the Apadana. Now, I get more envoys from this, which is awesome, but I also get 2 more slots for great works. Now, let me tell you now, I know I'm playing as Brazil, but I have too many great works. I need as many slots as I can get. It's going mad, this game. Absolutely mad. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Glorious Petra, Davalex, Dayboy91, Skeptical Bear, Paul Coffey, Craig Brown Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Nim, Emir EC, Henry, Rom88, Radiature, and Private Selection Genoa Salami for all of your support. Thanks everybody.